Correct hit. Good job, Gonzo.
Yes!
Robinson, any update on airstrike?
My army's hit some treaty deal not to enter German airspace. I'm getting nothing local either.
Roman, there's a block of ships starboard. We need you to break up this cluster.
Heavy shores this Tuesday, Bobby.
Another. Yeah. Correct hit. Good job.
Yes!
There is a German warship port side.
How are they gonna bark that big this deep into the mainland?
Same way we did.
What do we do now?
Us being alive tells me they know who we are and will be strung up as an example of coalition incompetence. We'll be executed.
Good morning! Your plan is madness! Who will help you to cut the head off the snake?
Right! Yes, yes!
Norman, get us to the warship! We're almost over the hump, gentlemen! You know what to do! Okay, Robinson, keep on it.
I think it's important to recognize humanity when it seems most difficult. In 1914, when the Germans sacked Belgium, it was hard to see them as brothers, as fathers, as uncles. When the Germans started putting people in death camps in 1941, it was hard to see them as human. And when the Germans made mass murder a legitimized public affair in 1968, it was hard to see humanity in anything. The German state and any other order across history that has committed horrible atrocities didn't do so out of some inhuman evil, but with the tools we've always had. As you know, the United States kept Germany and Russia in a Cold War through a series of treaties that ultimately boiled down to this. The German state is only permitted to attack the Soviet Union under the case of communist aggression. You won't be surprised to find out that communist aggression was never defined.
What's wrong? Me? Feeling tip-toppy. Be completely shoved with you? I feel off.
I don't understand.
I feel on borrowed time. Like some great and just beast will come and swallow me up at any moment. What a bunch of drivel.
You never answered your own question.
About the best flag, I said it's Barbados.
No, about the worst thing you've ever done.
I nearly beat my own father to death. A couple of years after the war. tell you the truth, I don't think he recognized me. So I took it upon myself to remind him. I don't know what happened next. I left once people started coming out of the pub to intervene. I don't remember what I'd done to his face, but it was bad enough to turn everyone away from the Manchester match. He wasn't a bad man. If he was, what am I? He was just weak, scared. Maybe he was terrified without my mother around any longer. Perhaps he just couldn't hack the pressure. I never dared to try. I should have shook his hand. Told him about the man I'd grown up to be. The man I wanted to be, in spite of him.
In my country, people have been hateful of the Germans for my whole life. The Americans never let us get our revenge for the Second World War, and made it more humiliating when they started burning through us in this. I have killed for this hatred. We can do nothing now, but hope to understand why we did this. Why we did these things.
Young Pavel, I do believe you may be the most courageous man I've ever known. And I knew James Dean.
I don't know who this is, but I am glad you are smiling.
The proudest thing in my life is my service to my country. But I've acted as a showman for India. I've been dishonest with you all. It was my orders to make sure India gets all the credit for this mission.
What are you so glum about? Those are my very same orders, respectively.
And you color me misinformed.
You are misinformed.
What?
Well, it was you who said that Russia is responsible for its own death. Hey, your country is the one who has allowed this war to happen.
Not this old
Without-
line again.
The whole world knows that.
Come on, Sir Evers, you know that's a line of bullshit.
Suppose there was a time when I would have thought so. I remember being a young lad when Uncle Sam joined us in the great tussle against the Nazis. Any American was a hero in our eyes. We used to sing their praises by day and pray they would come quicker to our aid at night. There's actually a tune I remember about it quite fondly.
Oh, come on, man, don't sing.
Trust me, Charlie, you'll like this one. Why weep or slumber, America, land of brave and true? with castles and clothing and food for all belong to you. Every man a king, every man a king, where you can be a millionaire. If there's something belonging to someone, there's enough for all people to share. When in sunny June and December too, or in the winter time or spring, there'll be peace without end, every neighbor a friend, and every man a king.
Alright, Commodore. Doesn't sound so bad.
Please, Charlie. Call me Norman.
What was life like for you before all this? My father was a baker, and my mother worked in a factory. My father was very kind to my sisters and I. My mother was less, so she was wise instead.
Neither of my parents were kind to me. Mom always made sure I was playing with my brothers. They were all bigger and smarter than I was, so I learned how to pull a fast one pretty quick. I cheated you all out of poker, by the way. Target and sleep.
I knew it.
I'm sorry. I don't. I don't. I have trouble letting go of control over stuff. If I don't grip onto something, I don't feel safe to trust it.
This is not absolute. You trusted me.
I think I know of what you speak, but I think Kanav has said it best. We have no choice but to trust each other. I trust you.
Don't fret, young man. You'll only have to trust us a little while longer before we give the Jerrys the old 1-2, aye?
No, but
I don't see what the big deal is. A guy's foot still hits the ball at some point.
Huh? Foot hits the ball sometimes. That's enough to concede the name.
He's got your nuts and knuckles there, Charlie.
I didn't realize you guys were in cahoots all of a sudden.
Now us and the rest of the world.
How about you, Kozlov? What do you think of when you hear the word football?
oh, so much borscht.
Well, huh?
Men of the Coalition, I come to you in a dire time for our cause. You may have heard that days ago, there were parades held in your honor all across the world. It was truly a beautiful sight to see. Despite that great support, the enemy means to launch another attack on the Russian people within the next few days. Millions have been lost, but this time the Germans mean to launch a final offensive that would put an end to this war on their terms. Gentlemen, I need good news, and I need it now. What is your current objective?
Our plan is to go up the Danube to get close enough to Germany and threaten them with a nuclear strike before they have a chance to prepare countermeasures.
Are you absolutely sure you can pull off such a feat, Captain? To be completely candid, you four men have been some of the only clarity for me in a long time. Every day I find it harder to trust the people surrounding me, to know whether they have a backbone in their convictions against wanton death and destruction. The only thing that helps me sleep at night is knowing the turnkeys are out there trying their best, no matter what.
We'll bring with us the wrath of Gilgamesh.
Very well. Be forever courageous, and be forever with God. Make your countries proud!
Much like Pavel Kozlov, Clark Robinson was not selected by his nation's highest executive. Unlike Kozlov, Clark Robinson was one of many arms of the wealthiest people in the world. Kennedy couldn't get the ball rolling in Congress, so he demanded some kind of glamorous yet coherent plan that could unite the coalition while preserving his legacy. And his wealthy associates brought him such a plan that would do just that. Something that was glamorous and would win over the hearts of the American people. Those very same associates hand-selected Clark Robinson not only for his loyalty to his government, but for his willingness to carry out acts of human terror. The American who'd lied and cheated his way to the top, lied and cheated still. It was all the poor boy from Nebraska had ever known.
Are you just a fucking idiot, Robinson? Is that it? What? Are you just embarrassed by your own damn impotence? Tell me why I received word from the White House that you mean to take action against Berlin right before their final offensive? Have you forgotten the entire point of your assignment? You are to ensure nothing happens. Has being trapped in that tube so long turned your brain to mush? Answer me, damn it!
As it stands, the rest of the crew intends to make their way to Berlin and threaten the Prime Minister. There is nothing I can do to change their minds at this point, but I have it on good accord that the Germans will intercept us before then. We'll be captured.
I need to make it clear to you that being captured is not an option. We can't have Germany acquiring those nukes.
I understand.
Huh. They weren't kidding about it.
It's the only way.
Well, Lieutenant, good luck. We're trusting.
Clark, you know this ship very well. What does this one do?
It's not work yet.
I haven't used this one yet.
Yeah, no, it doesn't really do anything. No, I mean, don't press it. No, please don't. I don't think you.
approaching our mark, gentlemen. I will be the first to say, it's been a pleasure to serve with you all. Any final words?
I have had very little say in the path of my life. It is an honor to be a part of something so important.
Go ahead, gentlemen. Requesting clearance to German command, we have authority from US President Kennedy to threaten Berlin with a nuclear launch. Hello? It's gone silent.
Damn computers! Well, get it back!
I'm trying. No, it's not silent. They've denied our request.
Denied? How? What do you mean they have denied?
I never thought Jack a coward!
I should not be surprised the Americans would abandon us.
No, the Americans are responsible for many crimes around the world, maybe even this war, but if they've denied us, they have a good reason.
Charlie?
Clark, what is it?
I know you're all painfully aware of the amount of bullshit stuffed into this mission. But there's something else you don't know. The real purpose of this mission is to make it look like the United States is trying to do something about the war. Like it's trying to make an effort despite always being split down the middle. I think you all know a little better than that.
Why would you need all of us?
The US needed to look like the leaders of the coalition, but it couldn't put troops on the ground because of a neuter Congress. So, those willing to break the rules and take control did. They want to keep this war going because America has to keep the world in check. And the Germans have America's interests in mind a hell of a lot more than the Soviets do. As the Germans push their advance, the more the American military gains. And as it gains more, it can maintain peace around the world. At least that's how it was explained to me.
How in your head does that make sense?
Whether you like it or not, if America fails, the world fails! I mean, what country makes all the food you eat and the paper you wipe your ass with? Your soul is collapsed!
Clark, why would you tell us this?
What is your plan? What do we do with him? How dare you cry now? You! Who would damn the world! You! Who would sell out my country for the pockets of others! Your family was unkind to you! My family's dead! We still have the bombs. What stops us from using them? We can end the war now.
You don't mean that!
How dare you tell me what I mean to say? You have not seen the things I have seen. I know what the Germans are capable of.
If they are not stopped now, they will continue to murder. They will continue to stuff bodies into graves, to rip apart families. I have found the courage to stop them, and I will not stop now!
Javi, you mustn't.
Two would back down. You have seen what they are capable of. And now here is proof of why they will do it! Maybe he's right. I can't do anything about the richest people in America. But the Germans have it coming!
Norman Evers is headstrong and ignorant. But his passion for others and their everyday troubles is something to marvel at. It is as if he is always looking for someone to protect. I believe there is a deeper sadness in him that drives this compassion for others, regardless. It allows a man to see worth in himself in a way that has never been shared with me. Clark Robinson represents the most challenging dynamic I have ever been forced to navigate. On some days, I see a dedicated member of a team, someone who leaps at a problem as it presents itself, unrelenting in his eating habits as well as his tenacity. On other days, I see a man broken by violence. Violence he has perpetrated as well as endured. He often acts irrationally and seems to lack true loyalty to any moral conviction. However, he has made an effort to learn. As his identity was unknown to me before this mission began, Pavel Kozlov was a mystery for some time. After hearing him finally speak, I must now reflect on convictions of my own, and it has taken a younger, sharper, and deeper mind than my own to show me what kind of things matter in life. I have become ashamed of my own choices and in awe of the human spirit. I hope at some point to find the courage to thank him for these things.
What about the transmission console?
It's like I said, they have denied us access.
No, the government's denied us, not Kennedy.
It's likely President Kennedy has backed off. If he gives us approval to do this against the wishes of his government, he will be marked a war criminal.
I'm not talking about the nukes anymore. As the president, Kennedy has access to America's major television networks. That shit goes everywhere. If the same people heard what this mission is really about from the horse's mouth, not even the US could totally escape the truth. As our captain, it's only right that you deliver that message.
But why would these people listen to us now? They have seen the photographs. They know what the Germans have done.
I wish I had a better plan, but this is all I got. I'm sorry, kid.
Clark, it has to be you. It will mean more coming from an American.
He's right, Charlie. You may never get a chance like this again.
This is the system we operate on. Blood and violence drive the economy, and we're taught that countries need it to grow and expand. This was all explained to me as a game where winners are meant to win and losers are meant to lose. But in all games, people cheat. And they're cheating big in this one. But this isn't a game! And you're not some piece on a board or some number in a row. You're a person with a life and dreams and all the other beautiful, ridiculous, stupid shit that makes living in an unbearable world possible. Try to think about that a little. And don't be such an asshole.
There's an aircraft approaching us. It's moving at Mach 3. I've never seen something move that fast.
Do we have time to escape?
Did you know I had a wife? We got arranged 2 weeks before I came out here. Duty, honor, not a love marriage, arranged. I suppose it's better this way.
We do have a war hero.
Wish he didn't have to pretend to love.
Pavel? I'm sorry you didn't have a better life. But you've done awfully well for yourself.
I was watching Bonanza as a kid one day when the show shut off and the TV was hijacked by the office of the president. My mother panicked. She thought the war was ending or turning nuclear. Instead, a disgruntled U.S. soldier came onto the screen and told me about how the world works. I had a lot of questions, and it took my mom a very, very long time to get me to bed. But the more that I learn about Lieutenant Clark Robinson, the more that I and like-minded historians agree that he didn't come up with those words on his own. Myself and a small group of activists have spent a very long time trying to get the U.S. government to acknowledge these men who tried so hard. But after enough time and enough silence, we agreed to plant some trees. So, the official U.S. position on the decimation of the turnkeys was that they were communist informants put into the field by the Russians to spread misinformation to the U.S. public. They say the submarine was destroyed by the German army. But there is no evidence that the German army ever had an aircraft capable of moving at Mach 3. We're all individuals with our own perspectives. But this thing, civilization, it can be a really good thing. Ducking out, burying your head in the sand, distracting yourself. It might feel like escaping, but if you're honest with yourself, you know that that's just another choice. You have an impact on how your world looks. It can look like a bunch of people trying their absolute best, or a bunch of people giving up. Either way, I'm gonna give it a go. I think it's what they'd want.